Today, two lawmakers officially resigned from Congress after they were mired in scandal over sexual misconduct allegations. Republican Congressman Tony Gonzales from Texas announced he is leaving office. That is in addition to California Democrat Eric Swalwell. Let's talk more about the lead up to this with Gabby Birenbaum. She's the Washington correspondent for the Texas Tribune. Gabby, certainly a dramatic day. Welcome back to our show.
Thanks for having me.
Explain more about the context on what would have happened this week if either Gonzales or Swalwell, for that matter, would not have stepped down.
Yeah, I think it's directly tied to the threat to expel them, right? So when the allegations against Congressman Swalwell were made last Friday, pretty immediately there was talk of bringing an expulsion resolution against him. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna from Florida, who's a Republican, who's sort of been a crusader against eliminating members who've been, associated with sexual misconduct from the House. She had said she'd bring an expulsion resolution against Swalwell. In response, Congresswoman Teresa Leger Fernandez from New Mexico, that's a Democrat, said she'd bring a subsequent expulsion resolution against Tony Gonzales. And so the House came back today. Those resolutions, would have been filed today, and they could have gotten a vote as early as tomorrow. They're privileged, so if a member brings a disciplinary action against another member, that has to receive a vote. So I think you can see, Congressman Swalwell, Congressman Gonzales, in resigning, they avoided those expulsion votes.
Good to add that context for sure. Remind us, though, about the allegations that had really trailed Congressman Gonzales and led him to previously drop out of the runoff for his seat.
Yeah, so in February, the San Antonio Express News reported that Congressman Gonzales had had an affair with a former staffer who later died by suicide. They also published text messages between the two that showed Congressman Gonzales sort of pursuing a sexual relationship with her, asking her for nude photos, and her pushing back on him. And then just last week, the Express News also reported that a second woman who worked for Congressman Gonzales back when he was still a candidate in 2020 and running for the first time, he had been sexually inappropriate with her as well. And so he, came in second in his March 3rd primary. Republican leadership, including the speaker, had asked him to drop out of his race, which he did. But what really escalated this to the level of resignation, I think, was that expulsion threat that was coming this week.
How did Congressman Gonzales explain his decision to resign? What all did he say?
He really didn't explain much. He just said sort of, God has a season for everything, and I'm going to resign. It was not a very expansive statement. He had previously admitted to the affair in early March after denying it for several months. And in that, he said that God had forgiven him and that, he and his wife had worked it out. So, this was not a very expansive statement from him when he announced he would resign.
Yeah, well, with Gonzales now just stepping out of the way, what's set to happen next that he's leaving Congress? Will there be a special election to perhaps fill the remainder of his term, which I believe expires in January, right?
Yes, absolutely. So that's up to Governor Abbott, right? He has the discretion to call a special election, and he could, set that for a date that's at his discretion. So he could set it if he wanted to for this summer. He could set it for November to happen concurrently with the general election. The main difference there being that, with a special, as many candidates as want to get in can get in, whereas in the general, we already know the two candidates, it'll be Brandon Herrera for the Republicans and Katie Padilla-Stout for the Democrats.
Right.
So special different rules. Often if you do it not in November, it's a smaller electorate. Democrats have done really well in special elections this cycle. So that's all sort of in the ether as we look for a potential special election announcement.
And I'll note that I reached out to Governor Greg Abbott's office for a comment. We have not heard anything back yet, but of course we'll update anybody once we get that response. Gabby Birenbaum, thanks again for joining us. I know it's been a busy news time for you, so we appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me.